Hey, hi. Another quick tech session. Tom Rayner, civil engineer. We Can Ride Together group. Check us out on our website, wecanridetogether.com, all of that stuff. Anyway, look, I want to talk about ballast. The problem with ballast, of course, what the concern is that there is railway ballast out there on the railway line. And if we put public in close contact with it, it is contaminated. So just think about those kids sitting down beside the path or whatever, wanting to throw ballast stones at tin cans or want to make big rock piles or do whatever. We need to think that that ballast has been there since 1900, 1910, all the way through to the present day, and has been sprayed with all sorts of who knows what's all the way through. Give you a bit of an idea of that. I'm going to show you. Hold on. So that little wagon thing over there is used in 1978 down actually a Victorian one, but I'm sure the principles were right across the country. And of course, the weeds up here grow a hell of a lot more than they do down in Victoria. And they used to just run along with tanker wagons full of poison, diluted, etc., and have these wagons that had the spray pump and everything to spray it out as the train went along. So I'm sure that New South Wales, well, I know the New South Wales government railways had the same sort of thing. They used to set them up as poison trains and travel all around the state and keep the weeds under control. I'm sure that a lot of them were used up this way. So just going to find you what the EPA says about all of this lot. The EPA has some strict rules. Okay, the EPA, as I say, has a special order, Part 9, Clause 93 of Protection of the Environment Operations Waste Regulation Act. Ballast can't really be taken off site unless it's been tested first of all, make sure there's no contaminants, but considering the ballast has been there over 100 years, it's very unlikely, especially the underlying stuff, it's very unlikely that it is not contaminated with, there's asbestos from the brake linings, there's all the weed control sprays, there's all sorts of different things. So yeah, testing has to happen before you can do anything. And then if it is contaminated, well, it can't leave site. Or if it does, it has to go to a waste fill facility and treated as hazardous waste. Okay. So I got another little video which follows on from this. Well, please look it up. It's about Byron Bay. There's a little video there showing the ballast and the width of the track, and or just note as well the condition of the track and the sleepers. It's a 3-kilometre section of track at Byron Bay, which when you think about it, 3 kilometres of great place to have an off formation path as well, 3 kilometres out of a 24. So that's an eighth of the whole journey is just like it is at Byron Bay, which is cheap and easy to build. So the width of the ballast there in Byron Bay is about 5 meters, and you really need to protect it with something. So if you're going to use gravel, it needs to be a minimum of 100 mil thickness to be able to compact gravel. You can't compact any gravel material less than 100 mil and compact it properly up to 98% standard compaction, etc. And 100 mil is the minimum. So 100 mil, 5 meters wide. You have to build that path if you're going to cover the whole of it. And if not, you'll have to bunch that ballast up and do something with it. So that's a lot of money. So really, you're building a path which, in theory, is 5 meters wide when you only need it to be 2.5 meters wide. So go figure. That's not all that expensive, and that's not cheap to me. That's double the cost of gravel material to be able to cover that ballast if you're going to do it properly. If the contractors don't do it properly, that is a serious risk to the public of, well, they've got to prove that that ballast is okay to be exposed for people, especially in today's world. There's a lot of ballast there. It was a high freight run line carrying cement to Murwillumbah, and the railway ballast is therefore very thick, and there's a lot of it, and will be contaminated, I am sure. So anyway, enjoy the next video as well. Byron Bay, have a look at that. Thank you very much for your time. It just needs to be thought about. Much easier to actually build your bike path off to the side and leave the ballast as ballast for a light rail operation. That's what I'm saying. Thank you very much. Bye.